working on the Takamine, taking off the fretboard. It's had a hard life. When I took off the fretboard, it showed the weakness underneath it. This had come off, so it's going to have to be glued back in again. But we'll see what pleasures we have whenever we've taken the whole fretboard off. Finding little bits of plastic under the neck and bits of used edging, and you've seen that already. But I'm slowly getting there, working my way up. The hot iron, we've got that far off. The good thing about a hot iron is it does bend the fretboard, but when you're putting the fretboard back down on a flat piece of wood, it goes back to normal. What on earth do Takamine use to glue on their fretboards? I have used super hot heat. I have used amazing patience, but after 3 hours, that's as far as I've got. So I'm taking drastic measures. I've never had to take off a fretboard this way before. So I'm having to use drastic measures. So I'll put the camera up and let you see me use these drastic measures. Never had to use measures like this. But here we go. This is deadly sharp as well. I've already cut my finger on it. I cut my finger on it the first time I used it, and I've cut my finger on it now. Even this is hard. What on earth? Bloody hell. Feels like I'm cutting through the truss rod, but it can't be. That feels like metal. What on earth is going on? Yeah, it's right along the top of the truss rod. I think it's hitting along the top of it. Whew. So what I've got to do is lift this at the risk of it splitting over the top of whatever that. Yeah, something's hitting it there. Boy, you're not letting me away with this easy, are you? And I can't get in there because it's got an angle. So I'm going to have to fight my way past. So there's something there. Maybe the truss rod's got a little lump. So I've got to get past that. I'm going to have to use heat and force and bloody hell. Let me just feel it. Let's see if it's got a... Well, this bit's already been softened, so I can't figure out why. I can feel the metal thing, whatever that metal thing is. But irregardless of that metal thing, whatever it is, I've got to get past that up the rest of the neck. So what is that metal thing? Just identifying it's not going to help. You've got to get past it. Yeah, it's possible I may have cut through a little bit of the truss rod and it's sitting as a burr, but it's hard to tell. So I'm going to have to use blunt force and ignorance because I can't get past this. So let's try. Let's just try that. Yeah, that might have just knocked the spur off it, whatever it was that was holding it. I'm going to have to pause. I need a drink. Whew, I'm knackered. I think I'm hitting another bit of metal. All that, and I've only got the distance of 1 fret. Bloody hell. This is the day after the night before. And as you bloody saw, I had to use a bloody saw to get the bloody saw up the neck because the glue was so fierce. I don't want to saw the thinnest part of the neck because it really is thin there. So I'm going to go back to trying to get the glue. Now this heater, this iron, has been sitting on this for the last 30 minutes. I'm going to take it off now and see. You can see the steam rising from it. So I'm hoping that it may get something with such fierce heat. If I can't get the end part off this way, what I'm going to have to do is cut a little chunk of the neck there and get the saw in that way, because then but I don't want to saw that way because I just can't trust the saw blade. So where's my other tool? Where am I? Oh shit, I'm badly organized. Well, just, oh, there it is there. Now, this will be piping hot, so I'm not going to put my hand on it like I did yesterday. I've already cut myself on the saw. Boy, I'm a pockle with this one. Or if I'm not a pockle, Some of you in some people you in Northern Ireland, people won't know what a pockle is. Look, oh my goodness, I can't even get a. This is a good way to cut my hand off. If I slide with this, this is piping hot. You'd think that. I want to know what glue Takamine used for their fretboards, because it's fierce. Not a chance. Put that back on again. What I done did it as well. I've got little rags. I soaked them, put them on the frets themselves, and let them burn right through with the soaking water steaming going through the wood and everything. And not even that. In saying that, my saw cut looks to be relatively even, although it started to take part of the neck away there, which worried me, and I didn't want to do that. I would never, ever, ever do this on a precious guitar that needed to get back to normal again. This is a guitar that playability is the only thing the customer's interested in, and the looks don't matter, but they do matter to me a bit. All right, okay. I'm going to try brute force here. Let me just use a wrong screwdriver. I'm going to just try a little bit of brute force. What are all the magnetic filings? Oh, you know where that's coming from? Those magnetic filings are coming from the truss rod top. My saw was slicing through the truss rod and going onto the thing. Oh, I do feel a little bit of, but what do I feel? What is it that's giving? Let me put my glasses on. My second pair of glasses so I can get a close-up look at this. All right, okay. All right, let me look at the other side. Never ever would I do this. Oh, no, that's actually causing a little split in the wood there on the other side, which you can't see. I would never even think of doing this on a good. Mind you, I was not fond of Takamines in the first place, but this has made me even less fonderer. Yeah, I'm afraid of breaking the neck there. That's hot. And I know I'm causing a little bit of thing on there, so I'm going to have to take a trim off that. I'm going to switch the camera off while I try to take a trim off that. Or maybe, let me just see. Can I get in and around? This is drastic stuff. That is the finer edge of the saw. Is it working? It's working better than the heat. Now, what I need to do is take the leverage off there and try it. Let's just hope this doesn't slide, because my little finger has already suffered from this saw. And let me just show you before I can't clamp the body down because the body's cracked and damaged everywhere. Crack there, crack there, crack there, crack there. And the slightest bit of a clamp on it makes the cracks worse. So this is a rescue mission and a half. Suicide by Guitar. Never heard of that before. Right. The other way I could slice across the frets and take them out one by one. But I tell you, I don't want to do that. Because so far I've got the fretboard all in one place. I don't like, see, the blade's going that way, so it's going down into the neck a little bit, and I don't like that. If I can get this fretboard off in any form or fashion wholly, I can add strength to the neck again. I'm taking a break. Right, okay, chair back. God, whatever that glue is, it's sticking like hell. I tell you. If I had both hands, I could work it like that, but I don't have both hands. This is safer. Look how close I am to getting this off. I'm into there. Right, okay, let's... I don't want to do anything out of frustration. I want to try to keep it going. I can feel this running along the top of the truss rod as well. I can't get a good grip. Let me just try bring that out without cutting the arm of myself. Let me just try to get some clamps on this. Yeah. And see if I can. And I've also discovered that the clamps I have, which are cheap, nasty ones, they're starting to not work the way they should, and they're falling off. And I don't like that, so there's more money I've got to spend. Giving me some leverage. What is the neck like on the other side? Yeah, okay. Two hands. No, one hand. I have a feeling most of the effort that I'm putting into this is cutting through the glue. We're going to see in a second. Are you still recording? You are. All right, we're right up to the first fret. I think we've got about half a fret to go. A bit more leverage. I feel it giving way. Hold on. Let me twist. Let me twist it a bit. Right. Okay. Gosh. Look at that there. look at the neck. That was a job and a half that I wouldn't want to tackle again. But knowing how stupid I am, I will tackle it again. Right, okay. Fresh, hot off the press. There's a little crack there, but luckily it's not unrepairable. Anyway, by the time I finish this neck, and look how flexible, look just there, how weak the whole body is. So it's going to need some strengthening. Truss rod, there's a little bit there of the truss rod that gave me such trouble in the middle. I cut into it and I cut into it again there. Nearly gave up at that stage. Right, okay, that's still warm, nice and warm. Let's see if I can take the truss rod out, keep all these little bits. Let me see, my back or forth? Right, back. I'm just letting this camera roll. That little bit I took off will go in one of the plastic jars. You see Dave's World of Fun stuff and Rose of String Works. They have little containers shaped like guitars you can throw things in. But when you've got a cat, you've got to put everything sealed in the thing because he'll put his paw in and rip them out. Right, let's see if I can get this truss bar out. Yeah. Give it a clean up. Don't even know if I really need to take it out, but I'm going to take it out to give it a clean up. Yeah. It's still working. It's been bent at the end. Been bent there at the very end. We'll see what we can do with that. That's probably when it was. And look, something in there. Oh, paper. Right, okay, it's some sort of wax paper. Or wax tape to make it slide. Right, okay, well, Takamine. I don't know what that green stuff is. Now, what about this glue? Let's have a look at the glue. Oh, there's that glue there. Just see, more like an epoxy. Let me just see if you can see it too. Whatever it is, it's good stuff. My blade has cut. My blade has cut the glue. In many places it sort of sliced through the glue. It took wood there, but I'm not actually worried about that too much because this is all going to be built up at an angle like that. There's going to be another piece of wood on there. And the neck is not damaged beyond repair. What's on that? What's that on the back? Oh, it's just a little chunk out of it, which no to do with me, I'm glad to say. So before I do any more with the neck, I'm going to try to build up the body and put some posts in there. And, you know, like the pillars, put some pillars in there to hold up the body, stop it from sinking any further. And I'm going to press the off button now.